Fox 26 News at 5 starts now.
The ongoing protest over the death of George Floyd has certainly led to some raw conversation about race relations in our country. Now, Houston radio host Michael Berry has been called out for pushing back against some of that conversation. Frequent listeners will recognize his willingness to speak his mind, even if that mind is not popular.
The Michael Berry Show is on the air.
It was Tuesday morning's show as protests raged on across the country. Berry dove into the topic in the opening minutes.
What is this white privilege we keep hearing so much about? Are white people supposed to be embarrassed because of how we were born, what we look like?
The musings continued for a couple of moments, enough to catch the attention of the left-leaning Media Matters website, which calls itself a monitor of conservative misinformation. The article charges Berry with using stereotypes to compare white and black families and dredges up unrelated comments from the past and Berry's friendship with Texas Senator Ted Cruz.
To be honest, my first impression was I was absolutely disgusted by it.
Democratic political analyst Dallas Jones says, at the very least, the comments were not constructive.
To listen to someone essentially mock the idea of white privilege and put forth stereotypes, that is not helpful to the discussion that we're having about race in our country.
We don't want to recognize that we've been given a head start.
And while this video from several years ago shows that discussion about race is a long and unsolved one, Jones says it must continue and it will be defined by those closest to it.
My reality is not up for debate. The reality of black men and women throughout this country is not up for debate. So maybe you don't understand, maybe you can't empathize, maybe you can't relate, but you don't get the right to disagree with me when I tell you that racism is real and I experience it every day.
I did reach out to Michael Berry. He did not get back to me on whether he was available to make comment about his show earlier this week.